The Harper contains foul language and adult material. If you are easily offended and thin-skinned, you should hit the stop button now. And if you are not a complete idiot, let's get this party started.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy?
But good luck arguing that in court. Let me get down to brass tacks.
Listen, let's get down to brass tacks here. How much for the 8?
Jack, let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
Are you hating on Neil Diamond?
Holy fuck! Fuck Neil Diamond!
Our dream of deathmatch is going to come to fruition, and my golden ticket is going to pay off. Those guys are man bitches that fake injuries left and right.
The shake weight. Look, they look like you're jerking off.
I actually own the shake weight. Welcome to the Harper, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jake. With me, as always, my sidekick, Adam.
That's right, da!
So I guess I'm the captain tonight of the show. Might end up being a co-captain, though. We'll see. We'll see where the night takes us.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
I just want to check and see if anybody listens to the intro. If you didn't really pay attention, rewind it and listen to it again. It's only 30 seconds.
You want me to do it?
No. I don't want you to do it right now. But I want you guys to listen back. And the second clip that's in there of me talking, I want to know how wasted I was on that show, because I sound like I'm like half speed. When I
Do you know what show that's from?
Those guys are man bitches. They fake injuries.
Do you know what that's from?
It's from the sports show that we were talking about.
It's from The Three Wishes.
Yeah, about Sokka.
And you said, I'm going to be... You didn't say David Beckham. You said the other guy. Who's the greatest...
Ronaldo.
Yeah. You said, I'm going to be Ronaldo, yada, yada. And I said, are you serious? Out of everything you'd want to be a soccer. You don't even like soccer that much. You're like, those guys are man bitches that fake injury left and right.
Right, and get more tang than they could ever handle. Like an
Just
astronaut. Just like astronauts. Astronaut or a soccer player. Those are your two fucking choices.
Are you kidding me? What about Neil fucking Diamond?
I mean, Neil Diamond creates babies. He don't even need women. Women flock to Neil Diamond. All right. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and jump in with Adam's public service announcement to get the week started.
You know it. That's right. Any more? So head on over to theharperguys.com. Follow us. Subscribe. Whatever the little button options are, just fucking do it.
Pick one.
We would appreciate it. Then while you're looking at theharperguys.com, go on the right side, scroll down. The very top option is iTunes. Hit iTunes.
Click it.
Give us a review. Subscribe and follow there, whatever the hell.
5 motherfucking stars.
Yes. If you like 5 stars, click 5 stars. If you don't, do whatever.
I don't care if you like it or not. You fucking do it for the Harper.
On our 49th or 50th show, I can't remember. I think it was the 50th show. I said, if anybody fucking gets us to number 50, I think we had like 12 reviews at the time. I haven't looked at online for a while. I've been kind of off the grid, if you will.
Yeah.
But once we get to our 50th review, now I don't mean 50th recommendation or what. There's reviews, and then there are like star ratings. We've got like 6 reviews and like 12 total star ratings, including those reviews. I'm talking reviews. When we get to 50 reviews, I see your name there with the review.
That's right.
You get a free t-shirt.
Free t-shirt.
Harper Guys t-shirt.
Bam.
I will make it happen with your size. It won't be like, oh, I'm a little lady and you gave me a large. No, you'll send me your size. I'll get you the fucking t-shirt.
One size don't fit all.
That's right. Then, whoopsie.
That was awesome.
I better turn off my ice. Let me do that real quick.
Man, right in the middle of the show, he got a text message and he didn't shut his notifications off.
No, it's just notifications. We're going to get to why these notifications are turned off here.
All right.
Un momento. So, after iTunes, scroll down to YouTube. Follow and subscribe there.
Fuck.
We need you.
Yeah. And the last thing, if you're going to go that far, if you haven't listened to it yet, please do us a favor. Listen to the Gallows episode. Is it 46 or 48?
48.
48. Please listen to this episode. We have gotten some good feedback. By that, I mean none. We need some information on what you guys think about the way that we portrayed the show. Please help us help you. We're all in this together to make podcasting a little bit more fun and a little bit more enjoyable.
Yes. If you're new to the show, the Gallows is a little seed that we planted a while ago. We would put it in part of our shows. It turned into something a little bit bigger, and we'd like to keep rolling it out as a permanent show. So check it out. If you go back a few episodes, you'll understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. So with that being said, what's burning your ass today, bruh?
Oh my God. I'm just gonna
Just start from the top, man.
I have to pull up my notes here, so give me a second. All right.
When your shit list is so long you got notes, that's a shit list.
I did have notes. So I'm gonna go over a little bit of something that bothers me, something that just happened to me 2 days ago.
Okay.
There's good and bad in this story. We're all tethered to these devices now. At least majority of us are. If you're 14 and over, you're probably tethered to your device. And my harp is kind of like 3 or 4 fold here. The first one is how tethered we are to them. Because my phone literally bricked. If you don't know what that term means, it just fucking shut off and it wouldn't come back on. I tried all the online tricks. I'm an IT guy. I thought I had it handled. Wrong. So this was 2 days ago. Today is Wednesday. So this was on Monday. I ordered some Pizza Hut for my family for dinner. As soon as I hit go or like checkout, it tried to open up the app to where it was like open or uninstall. And I'm like, what is this? And then it just froze. And I tried everything. You can do most phones, if they freeze, which I've had a phone freeze before.
Sure.
You hold the power button down, it'll usually restart. If that doesn't work, you hold power button and volume down for like 8 seconds, 10 seconds. It'll usually reboot. Then you can go in and clear your caches. Most people don't understand what that is, but a cache is basically just a bunch of information that's stored because it thinks you need it for other times, but it gets too full and you need to just wipe it out. That's the short of it all. But my phone is not working. I'm going to tell you what. This probably happened about 6:30. From 7 o'clock till midnight, we'll just say, I felt like I couldn't operate.
Really?
Watching a ball game, I can't text my friends. Oh my God, look at that play! Just stupid shit. So, we've become so. That's my first harp. Is we're so damn tethered to these fucking machines. I felt like my week was ruined. I mean, after a while, I'd have got used to it, but it's just stupid.
It's a moment of liberation, man. When you can get away from your phone for a little while, that's an amazing time. I love being away from my phone.
Being away from your phone as a choice, because you just want to, is one thing.
Yeah.
When it's black and you can't even turn it on, it's different.
Sure. I won't disagree that it's
different. So here's my quick little story. I have Verizon as my carrier. So I'm like, well.
What kind of phone was it that failed you?
This was an LG V30 Android is what he's looking for.
How new was it?
Really new. Year and a half.
Oh, year and a half old, and it shit out on you.
Yeah. Listen, real quick, my backup that I ended up having to use, 5 years old, still kicking it.
iPhone, way to go.
No, not an iPhone.
Oh, not an iPhone?
Not my backup.
Sorry, I didn't know.
So, anyways, so I get through the evening, start drinking a lot just to forget about it. Get up the next morning. I'm on vacation, so it's Tuesday morning. Call them bright. Oh no, I know what it was. My Verizon store. I'm like, I have to take this in.
Shaw.
Holy fuck. What's the worst fear when you go into another store? That somebody's just in there and they've got this horrible problem in front of you? Yeah, that was me. I sat there for an hour.
Before you even got up to being first in
Well,
line?
the dude was really cool. He's like, what's your problem? On the phone, trying to help this other guy. Guy was having all kinds of fucking shit with his... And there was another guy even ahead of me, so he's trying to help us while the phone call's going on to the headquarters.
Yeah.
And he finally gets to me, but not until like over an hour. And I'm like, I'm thinking he can fix this.
Yeah.
No good. So he had my case. I had to reach over, get my case, and I just walked out. I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I have to call Verizon because that guy can't do anything. He's going to have to call like he's doing for that guy. So this is where I started to get a little bit pissed. Here's my problem. Here's where I am mentally. I don't buy insurance for my phones because if I break my fucking phone, I have my old backup. This is how I've always done things.
Ooh.
So what I found out was most of these phones carry a 1-year factory warranty. Of course, they don't usually break it. Even if, let's say I never dropped it, it never hit the water, there's still...
We'll cover it for a year.
We'll cover it for a year. Now, if you
Sure.
bust the fuck out of it, it's your fault.
Right.
So as I'm talking to these guys, this is a year and a half old. I still got 6 months to pay on this thing. It was like a $600 phone. I don't know how I still have $245 left to pay on it.
Okay.
But I do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to eat that
You got to pay it.
if I want a new phone. I don't need a new phone. I'm gonna use my in my thought process. I'll use my old phone for 6 months if I need to.
Okay.
Not a big deal. I just don't want to be paying for absolutely fucking dick. I don't want to be paying for a dead fucking phone.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I don't fucking blame you.
So,
Have you looked up like people that fix phones?
well, okay, I had a bunch of different avenues.
Okay.
So I did look up how to fix it. The guy he heated the phone because these phones, you can't just pop the back off like in the old days. He had to heat the phone. You could do it with an iron, and you get a suction cup and you pull, because it's glass. Most of these backs are glass now, and you pull it off and then you can get in there. But it's still going to be a lot of work, and I don't really want to do that. Plus, that would void any warranty, if anything.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't sound like there is one from here.
No, it doesn't sound like there is one. But so the guy comes back. He gives me the car dealership thing. I end up being on the phone for an hour and a half. But
Really?
he gives me the dude was really, really cool. I come to the conclusion I can't be mad at these guys. These guys do not give a shit, right? They just don't give a shit. But this guy acted like he cared a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Which is nice.
He's working with me, and he goes, "All right." He goes, "This is what I can do. They've offered to cut what you owe in half." Well, quick math is like $130 with tax, you know.
Sure.
$130 ish, 128, whatever the math fully is. And I'm like, man, it's just the principle. That's great. You just saved me, but I'm still going to be paying for a dead fucking phone, even half of the cost. Let's just say 3 months. I don't like it. I said, I just can't do it, man. He's like, all right, give me a minute. He goes, let me see if I can contact I know what he had me on hold for so long at like different intervals that I know he had all these things lined up.
Oh,
well,
yeah?
here's door number 1. Door number 2. Now, granted, the guy was cool. Now, I could be completely wrong. Maybe he really did go to bat for me, but he comes back the second time. This is about an hour 20 into it. All right, man, I really went to bat for you here. If you agree to pay $5 a month for the next 6 months, quick math, $30, we'll send you exact model that you just had. Now, granted, I don't want to pay anything, but I'll pay $30 to get me right back to where I was.
Man, at some point you got to cut your losses.
Oh, at that point, I'm like, winner.
Right.
Because now I'm thinking, all right, because I wanted this phone to last 3 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people get phones every year.
Yeah.
A lot of people get phones every 2 years when the contract's up.
Sure.
If I get a good phone, which I love this phone, even though it fucking died. I'm thinking in my head, well, made it a year and a half. If I get another year and a half, woo, there's my 3 years. So,
What if you don't? Will that turn you a little bit? Let's say you get 9 months out of the next phone, because they're going to send your ass a refurb. Like, let's not make any jokes about it.
Hey, Verizon, this is the part I love about Verizon. That was 2 days ago. It was scheduled. They said, I was already afternoon. It was like 2 o'clock when I ended the call. The guy said, man, I don't know if it'll get there next day, because any calls afternoon, it's going to be the day after.
Yeah.
Which I think that's actually supposed to be like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. But he goes, we'll see what happens. Might not get there till Friday. Or no, Thursday. So this morning I was running errands for my wife, and I come back home, and I seen the FedEx guy. Light bulb didn't go off. Pull up. There's the box. I'm like, whoa, one day. So it's Wednesday. We have some podcast shit on here, and because that's why you heard my little ice cubes.
Yeah.
So I was able to get it back to about where I need it at least for the show.
Good.
1 day fucking turnaround.
Yeah.
That's the good part. I'll tell you what, I will give Verizon credit. I don't usually ever go into a store. I usually always get my shit from online. I'll pick it out online. I pick what I want. It's delivered within 2 days, and I just activate it. It's really easy. Just activate it. There's instructions, and I'm good. Now, swapping your shit over from that takes a little bit, but it's not that horrible.
You got there.
Yeah. But
So all's well that ends well.
yeah, but here's what gets my gullet, if you will. The fact that they hang these people out to dry, force them to get insurance on phones. Listen, Verizon, you made the deal with, let's say, LG in this case. They're only going to support the phone for 1 year. You got a whole nother year you're out here in limbo. That's where they want you to buy the insurance. I get it. That's how Verizon makes money, even though fucking phone plans are outrageous to begin with. I get it. You all want to make money, but I was prepared to give them the fuck you. And if they told me I was going to pay the $245, I was just going to say, well, I'm going to go find another competitor like Sprint. Whenever they come up and they because they have all these plans all the time that say, hey, we'll fucking grab your shit that you owe and bring you on.
Yeah.
And if they saw that I was a 12-year customer with Verizon,
Sure.
they're going to be like, come on, brother, we're going to make a lot of money off you.
Yeah.
So I was ready. I was ready to go Sprint.
Sure.
But
That's awesome.
I just get pissed that if you're paying for a phone for 2 years
Yeah.
and you don't fucking break it or soak it in water, it should be covered.
Sure. I agree.
I even told the guy, I said, if you need proof, I will send it in. You can have it tomorrow. I will send it next day. You will see that there's no damage to this phone physically.
Physically. Just melted inside.
Something happened.
You know, you reminded me of something by bringing up the insurance that I want to touch on. Change gears just a little bit here. So we changed insurance companies this year. We used to go through an actual insurance agent. He was very good to us over the years, but one of the things that we noticed is that the prices kept going up and up and up and up and up.
Sure.
And we kept
I think about this a lot.
We kept going longer and longer and longer without a ticket or an accident or, knock on wood, any kind of a mark of any kind across the entire family.
Shouldn't be going up.
So we priced it out, and we bundled our home and auto and all that stuff, and it actually came in way, way cheaper. So in the pain in the ass of switching over house insurance, if you've ever done this, you're probably laughing at me right now because it's a pile of fucking dog shit, but you have to go through to switch this. But basically, we got it switched over, and the first insurance company has to send you a check for the escrow that's been taken out over the course of the year up to this point, right?
Sure.
When you get that money, you have to then send it back in
To the new guy.
Right? You actually send it back into whoever has your loan. It's kind of a fucked up thing to where the insurance company collects it and then they send it to whoever has your mortgage. Okay? Anyway, so get the check. As soon as I get the check, I send it back in, like literally next day. I went to the post office for the first time in like 3 months to get the check back out there. Right? So a couple weeks later, we have our house payment comes out automatically. My house payment's like $380 more than it's supposed to be. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, they weren't taking your taxes out all of a sudden.
No, these motherfuckers, because they didn't have the escrow check, and they got a letter that said that no escrow was currently in my account. They prorated it out what they thought it should be for the rest of the year, and we're going to start adding that onto my monthly payment. I'm like, no, there's a check-in process. So I got the check. They finally got the check received, put it against my account. A couple days ago, in the mail, we got a check for $268 from the overage from the escrow that we had already paid. But then my question was like, wasn't it off by like another $132-ish?
Yeah.
Right? Somewhere around in there. So I called and checked, and they said no, but it's like between the insurance companies and the fucking mortgage holder companies, your whole life is fucking intertwined, right? When it comes to houses. You can't have one without the fucking other. It doesn't matter. Can you get your shit together, please? Can we make it an easy fucking transfer? It shouldn't be that fucking hard.
Can I finish?
Right. Your insurance company knows who your fucking lien holder is on your house, right? You have to have it on there when you get your fucking house insurance. The person that owns your fucking mortgage, the company that owns your mortgage, knows who your fucking insurance carrier is. Why? Because you fucking have to have it on there. Can you please get together and unfuck this, please? Captain says unfuck it. That's it. So that's where I'm at on that part. That just reminded me of the insurance, and it just annoyed the fuck out of me because it fucked up shit. So then I had to, don't get me wrong, it was nice to have a little bit extra money this week, but
sure,
being short the week before wasn't as much fun.
They don't help.
No. So, which one you got next? We're going by the seat of our pants tonight. Just so you know, folks,
This is freestyling.
There is zero planning that went into the show tonight.
But you're not going to know because it's going to flow.
Just a couple topics.
All right.
If you don't go, I'm going to go. You're killing dead air.
Oh, I got it. So my wife and I went out for a little drive.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were finishing up some errands today. Well, I told you I was early, but then we had some together errands. On our way back, we are trying to get. We're up in like Akron area, Highland Square area,
Yeah.
and it's about 5 o'clock-ish. You know, it's a little busier than normal, and I didn't know this was still a thing. It's all right. Jake's filling up. I didn't know this was still a thing.
What's still a thing?
All this traffic is in front of us, and we're trying to go left. And the guy in front of us, you know, the traffic opened up, and they let him go left. So it's our turn. And there's a few a-holes that aren't going to let us go.
Yeah, they're gonna go around.
And this one guy, is the car's coming up in front of me. I can see a small child's face in the windshield, like he's way up, standing there. Small child, 4 maybe.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to say 4. So he's standing up where your feet's supposed to go. His face is up in the windshield. I said, look at that kid. My wife, being a proud mother, yells out the window, buckle your kid up!
Really?
Guy instantly, the kid turns around right away, looks at us. I'm like, well, they heard us.
Right.
So the kid's looking at us in the front. Here comes the finger right behind his head at
Really?
us.
Really?
And then she said, buckle your damn kid up or I'm going to report you. Of course, he said, mind your own fucking business. Now, both sides are right on that. We should be minding our own business, but we should not be letting... Okay, the kid's face was up in the windshield. If that dude taps the brake, he's going to get a little bump on his forehead. But here's 2 things here.
Takes a village.
There's 2 things here. Maybe 3. First thing is, that kid is not even big enough to be in the front seat.
Okay.
Should be in the booster in the back.
Okay.
That's 1. 2, if you're going to put him in the front seat, buckle his ass up. 3, you're not being a very good role model.
I don't know.
Let's just do whatever we want, boy.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of on the other side on this. I mean, in 1972, it was fucking good for everybody else.
You know what? I wanted to holler out the window. It's not 1970.
Yeah, but cars weren't near as safe back then, and we all fucking grew up, and I'm sure I rode on my dad's lap more than once.
Okay, the cavemen used to do shit too.
Yeah.
And because they didn't know any better.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, we know a lot more now. Buckle your fucking kids up.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, not ha. You don't tell me you don't make the girls buckle up when they go down the road.
Of course I do.
Absolutely.
But I don't do it
because you're a responsible adult.
But I don't do it because you told me to tell them to do it. I do it because that's what I want them to do as a parent.
Because you're a responsible adult. Be a responsible adult and fucking buckle the kids up.
Do you ever think this gets back to the core, though, of just letting people live their lives and do things when they want to do it? That's survival of the fittest at some point.
No.
At some point, that idiot...
No.
No?
If that dude wants to not wear his seatbelt, that's survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Don't push it off on that fucking innocent little kid that don't know better.
I don't know. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna agree with that. You know how many kids have fucking perished in this world because of the decisions that their parents made? Even outside of like irrational things like driving with
This
the
is
seatbelt
not
on?
a leg to stand on here. You can't blame you can't put the kids in a situation to fail.
I don't know.
It's 100% opportunity.
And you said he was in a truck, right?
I think she said it was a truck. I thought it was an SUV.
Oh.
I was just like, OMG. It was just I haven't seen that. It's like moms or dads, I'm sure some dads have done it, leaving the kids in a fucking hot car.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Do you know if you even see a pet in Ohio, you can break the window?
Yes, I do.
Pet in the car, you're allowed to break the fucking window.
I know. And people that have baked their animals are fucking assholes. I'm not taking anything away from that.
I'm just saying it's the same fucking thing.
I'm just saying.
Not seatbelting your child, letting them ride. Okay, here's
So
another thing.
where's the line go on what you can and can't tell people to do then as parents? Like where does that line fall? We're going to say that we're all going to be in agreement here that you can't beat
Whoa,
your
whoa,
children.
whoa, whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on. We're all going to be in agreement that you can't beat your children. Like you can't abuse your children.
Well, you shouldn't abuse them.
I'm just saying, but like that's one we should all be able to agree on. Okay, so now the next step is you're going to say, okay, when it comes to things that are law abiding, like having them buckled into the front or the back seat or wherever they're going to be, like you have to do that. Like, where's the line? Is that the end of it? Like things that are law abiding, like
tell
what's the next
people
line?
what to do. You can.
Well, you can, or you can report them if you want to.
We
that
told
route.
them what to do.
Yeah.
He's not going to listen to us.
He's
Now
not
I
gonna
wonder if he
listen to
went
you.
down the road and was like, "Yeah, man, sit down." Maybe he did.
Maybe he wasn't going to give you that satisfaction.
No,
There's no chance in hell.
If that was me, I wouldn't have given my wife the satisfaction either. I'd be
No?
like, "Fuck you," you know.
right?
Oh, here's
I'd
another
pick
thing.
him up and shook him at you.
So this is going to go right with it. Texting and driving.
Drives me
Come
nuts.
You know what? We're all guilty of it at some point. A lot of people are smarter now. They're at a red light. The fire went off. Put it down. Whatever. If I see you going left to center, I found this out the hard way.
Yeah.
I was texting and driving. This was, I'm going to say, about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Just fire went off. Now, I was in the lane. I was going slow, 25. It doesn't even matter. You could still hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody honked at me. They could see where my eyes were. They honked. I'm going to tell you what. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, fuck. They just honked a honk.
That's all it was.
I'm telling you what. Everybody in the world, you start honking at people, they'll put their fucking phones down. If you see somebody coming at you and they're looking down, honk at them.
Yeah. I flip them off. If I see somebody else, because like as much as I travel for work, I see it all the time. The place that drives me the most
But
crazy.
are they going to see you, Jake?
Huh? Oh, dude, I'll ride. Especially like on
Did
the.
somebody just flick me off? I didn't
No,
hear
no, no,
that.
no. Dude, if I'm on the freeway, I'll ride right up beside them. I'll honk. They'll look up. They get the finger. I go on.
Oh, so you give them a honk and a finger.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, nice.
I make sure that they're keenly aware
We call that double prize.
That's right. Well, I got to make sure that they're fully aware that I'm fully aware of what they're doing.
So this is like, don't put your kids or dogs or animals in a hot car.
Don't make your kids.
Fucking buckle your kids up and don't let the little ones right up front. It's illegal.
Yeah.
And don't fucking text and drive. We just can't do it anymore. There's going to be thousands of people that still do it.
To me, if you get an emergency text or something that's going on, if you just give it the quick glance of what's going on, any further action from there should be a phone call.
Right.
I can drive all day long and talk on the phone.
I'm going to tell you
Does
what,
not
the
hinder
other
what
day,
I'm doing at all while I'm driving.
The other day, close to our neighborhood, we're coming back home. My wife's in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
We make a right-hand turn, and right when we made a right-hand turn, there was a car about 30 feet from the stop sign on the right side, pulled over, but still in the road.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped. Now, I slow down, and I'm like, okay, she's not going to go. So I go around, and my wife starts freaking out. You're texting! You shouldn't be texting! I said, stop! She stopped the car to text.
Yeah.
I said, that's okay. She goes, oh, yeah, you're right. She had the fury instantly.
Instantaneously. You're in the driver's seat and texting.
Yeah, but so I'm like, well, there's a perfect example of responsible human being pulling over because they need to fucking text somebody. But you're right. Call them.
I'm down with that.
So that's something. Just honk at people. It'll freak them out for a minute. Hopefully it doesn't make them and cause more of an accident. But all right, what do you got?
So let me ask you a question. Do you ever suffer from FOMO?
Like, would I like to have our president in office FOMO years?
Oh, bam! No, but I like that. No, FOMO is the fear of missing out.
I used to.
Okay.
As a teen, definitely.
Right. I think that we've all gone through that, and especially like inside friend groups. Like if there's 5 friends in a friend group and friend A invites friends B and C over, friends D, E, and E have FOMO. Right? They're missing out on
let's
it.
put it
and
this
it's
way.
pissing them off.
The opportunity for having that is there.
Right. It definitely exists. I don't have a problem with anybody that has FOMO in this world. Like if you're a good person and you build really good relationships with people, family, friends, those kind of things, to where that's what gets you invited to stuff. You're a good time. You don't freak out. You don't fight with your spouse when you're at these parties. Like you're an addition to the party. You know,
nothing worse than fucking spousal fight at a party.
Right. Like you add something to the party, whether it's humor, intelligence, fun, anything.
Stupidity.
Right. Anything that's not super duper serious, because these aren't super serious times.
Things that will not get you invited back are pulling down your pants and tucking your dick between your legs. You won't get invited back.
No. No, you won't. You'll probably even cause some people to leave, which I may have done when that happened once at a bonfire.
Good times. I had to bring that up.
No, thanks for jogging that memory.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't there.
You know,
Ding.
things that you think your brain erased and then you bring them right back.
Yeah.
But the message on FOMO is this. You can have FOMO. I feel like it's a natural human reaction to the people that you care about in your life, that you want to be a part of the things that they're having, you know, because that's what you enjoy if you're close to them, right? But if somebody's having something and you have a problem with somebody that's going to also be participating so you don't go, don't fucking bitch at anybody that does.
Say that again.
Okay, so I'm having a party.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want to come to the party because our mutual friend Jimmy, you have an issue with Jimmy.
Oh.
So you don't come, but then you're mad at Steve, Billy, and Ted for showing up, and you're pissed off at me because I invited him when I knew that you wanted to come.
No.
Oh, you don't think this is a real thing?
No. I'm saying that shouldn't be a real thing.
But you know it is a real thing. Where somebody's like, Jim's coming? Well, I'm not fucking coming then. And then they don't, and then they're pissed because you invited Jim.
Well, I've experienced that before because, you know, some of the wives of the friends,
Yeah.
my wife doesn't really get along with.
Sure.
Or this is past tense.
I get it.
And she's like, well, I'm not going if so-and-so is going. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, what the fuck? You're going to leave me out to hang to dry here because I want to go to this get-together?
Yep.
So, you know, I understand it.
Yeah.
But
All I'm saying is don't be a dick about your FOMO. If you have legit FOMO, that's okay. Don't fabricate FOMO because you're projecting onto somebody else.
that's still bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit on that person because
But it happens. It happens as adults. It happened when we were 12. It happens now that we're 40. This shit happens.
I know, but if you're going to a party because the party is for somebody,
Yeah.
you should be able to put that shit aside for 4 hours, 2
But
hours,
people
1
can't.
hour.
People can't. It's ridiculous. I mean, I get it. Sometimes there are things that do run deep, but especially if it's going to be a situation where there's, let's say, 30 people there, and there is 2 people out of the 30 that you don't like, can you just avoid them?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Just walk past
Now,
them.
if there's 6 people at this party, I get it.
Yeah.
But if there's 30 and above, come on.
Right.
There are different corners and different parts of the yard.
Well, the part that I get stuck up on with this is, in that moment, 99 times out of 100, this party ain't about you.
That's what I'm trying to say. This isn't your party. It's not
Right.
about you. Somebody else wants to have this party to get people together or maybe celebrate a birthday.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Why are you making it about you?
Right. So we coined a new term, and by that I mean I coined a new term for this. If you know anybody that does this, they are now DFOMO, and that's douchey FOMO, because that's all that is, that they're being a huge D-bag if they pull this fucking card. And if anybody ever yells at you for this shit, tell them to go fuck themselves and be a better friend to you.
Amen.
That's a message from your captain. So FOMO, self-induced FOMO was my next one. I'm sorry, I just...
Self-induced FOMO.
And if you know who this is, if that feels like it might be you, there's a 99% chance that that's you. Right?
Don't be that guy.
What else you got?
Um,
Can I give a short one real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just like this long.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I want to preface this by saying, please don't anybody attack me for this. This is just an honest thing. I know. We were discussing Halloween costumes not too long ago, and I can't hardly explain how badly I want one of 2 things to happen. I either want to find a friend of mine that's like super good looking and ripped. I know more good looking and ripped than I am. To do Adrian and Barney from the Chippendale Saturday Night Live skit. Like, I think that would be amazing.
So you're telling me I'm gonna have to start working out?
Well, if you want to play that role, I mean, we could probably get you one of those like Hulk, like He-Man
Yeah.
suits to wear underneath, and then you can just
So I get to be Swayze?
Yeah, you can be Swayze. But I'll totally. I'll do this at work with you if you want to do it, because I'll totally be Barney. I can shave my face. I've been growing my hair out. I will look just fucking like him. It's ridiculous. But if that's not going to be the direction I go this year, you know who I really want to be, but I can't be? I want to be Jules Winfield, man. because I love Jules Winfield. I watched Pulp Fiction again the other night. That's Samuel L. Jackson's character, but I'm not allowed to be Jules Winfield.
You're not.
If I am a politically correct Jules Winfield, I am going to look like Bob Ross had a shaving accident, and that makes me mad. Like, I want to be able to play this character. What are they going to say? Like, I don't even know how to say it right. Like, there's nothing I can do to be this character.
Yes, you could.
And I don't think that it's fair.
Yes, you could. You could just tan a little bit. You wouldn't be brown, but you would be bronze.
I can't. No, that it's still. Trust me.
You could try.
If people knew, once people figured it out that that's who I am, if a picture of that got onto the internet on any level, I would get crucified for that.
Probably.
Which isn't fair though. It pisses me off. Like, because it has nothing to do with the color of my skin. Like, he's a fucking badass character.
He's a bad motherfucker.
He is. You know, he's a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. You know, like, that's what I want. Like, I want to spit out Jules fucking Winfield lines all night long at a party until people were like, holy shit, go home. You know what I mean? Like,
can you just please leave?
Right. Dude, you should have seen me the year I was Fred Flintstone. I don't do as good a Fred Flintstone as you did, but
Bonnie.
But when I do it all night long, you know, every time somebody does something fun, yabba dabba doo. Trust me, the 30th one of those for night, you're like, holy shit, who invited this guy?
Please leave.
Right? But then you realize the caveman's got a giant cooler, so probably not going anywhere. Anyway, sorry, that was my short one for this list, though, is I just wish that there was a way that I could be Jules Winfield. I can't, so whatever. Fuck it.
Well, you can, but like you said, you get crucified a little bit.
Just sucks. I love Jules Winfield.
All right. So, it just sucks. This might be a quick one too.
When?
I don't know if you've dealt with anything like this. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I know out there in podcast land, many of you have.
Yeah.
Where you've taken the responsibility to take the care of a elderly or dying family member, whether it's a grandparent, whether it could be your parents, depending on your age.
Yeah.
And then as soon as one of them gets the old, you've got 6 months to live, they start coming out of the woodwork.
Who does?
The people, the family that haven't been around for the last year while you've been taking care. They don't want nothing to do with it because it's a lot of fucking work.
Sure.
But as soon as, there's going to be some life insurance eventually, even if it's small amount.
Yeah.
People like money even in small amounts.
Sure. $5,000 is still $5,000.
Right. Then they start coming out of the woodwork. And that just fucking pisses me off. This is happening to us currently.
That's a shitty thing, man.
My wife is taking care of her parents, doing an amazing job, and it's fucking her up. I'm just gonna be honest. It's too much for one person to have to do everything.
Yeah.
And she's got enough, not a lot of family, but enough to help. And her mom has been given 6 months because of a breathing disease, COPD. And so it's sad, but at the same time, we don't like to see her suffer as well.
Right.
But then some of the family starts coming out, and now they're making it very difficult on us. She's got a sibling
It's terrible.
a younger sibling that you might think like just 12-year-old. No, she's in her 30s.
Yeah.
And making it very, very difficult on us to continue to help and just being a thorn in our side. And it's just like, why?
There's no good reason
There's
for
no
it.
benefit. I mean, have you ever experienced anything like that? Remotely?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, probably not quite to the same degree because I didn't have as much direct contact with the care.
Sure.
But we had a person in our family.
Maybe you've seen it from back, like where you've seen
I have.
one
I
person
have.
doing a bunch of shit, and this,
Yes.
here they come.
Yes, it was in the older generation of my family. There was one sibling that was doing everything, making sure that the nursing schedules and everything was handled, that the pills were there, everything
Right.
was taken care of. And then when the rubber hit the road and we got down to, it's like, we got weeks,
Right.
not months that are coming here. The prodigal family
Jackass.
member, the prodigal family member that hadn't been home in 11 years magically shows up and
Swooped right in.
can't get him away from the bedside at that point in time. You know what I mean? Like, he's slid in there the entire time, and then takes the liberty to during the meal at the church, he slid on back over to the house and filled the back of his truck with all kinds of tools and furniture and stuff
There
like that.
for one reason.
Yeah, and then he was gone. He was gone before anybody even got back, and then we didn't see him for another 9 years. So
Douche.
yeah, so I couldn't agree more. Don't be a piece of shit family member for a couple dollars. There's somebody that truly loves that person. You love them for their money. Don't be a fucking dick. Don't shit on what is the end of somebody's life with your greed.
I'm gonna give you an example here.
Okay.
This is gonna get real. So, my wife's parents are now in a nursing home.
Yep.
Her dad is not doing nearly as bad as her mother. He's actually going to try to get out into assisted living. He's there waiting for his Medicaid, Medicare to go through.
Sure.
And then he's going to move on. We're fairly confident of that.
Hmm?
Well, he has had whatever, an old van. 2004 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, the thing should not be in existence anymore because I've worked on it. It's not in good shape, but this is this guy's van.
Yeah.
Okay? It will still get him from point A to point B in a small town,
Right, a couple miles at a time.
It's not a big deal, but whatever. So, it's they've had to leave their apartment where they were at. This van has been sitting there. During this struggle with the other family members coming in all this last minute, we had control of the van because it was her father's.
Yeah.
And my wife actually has power of attorney over her father.
Sure.
But because the other family was coming in and helping the mom, my mother-in-law,
Yeah.
we just decided, you know what, we're gonna, because somebody wanted the van keys, we had them, we brought them in, we set them on her mom's little tray there.
Yeah.
Her dad ended up taking them, putting in his room, and her sibling came in, my wife's sister came in and took them.
Really?
And $40 out of his wallet. Can you spell douchebag any clearer?
Dude, who steals $40 from their parents that are in a freaking
nursing home. He woke up.
Holy
he
shit.
woke up, saw her with his wallet, and was like, "What are you doing?" Because a lot of people have seen nursing homes. There's a bed. There's usually a small little nightstand or
Right.
something with drawers, and she was in there. And then we talked about it, and he went back because he was like, "She was in there." I said, "Well, is anything missing?" And my van keys are gone. And my $40 are gone.
That's so shitty.
It just the level.
Did you get either one of them back?
No.
So she's taking the van?
No. This is the fucked up thing in the world. I can't figure it out. So they're still at the last parts of moving out of this apartment house.
Yeah.
They've been out for a couple weeks, but now we've finally got, okay, landlord says you got to go.
Yeah.
We know you guys are out, but you got to get we got it. Everything's been removed from the house. The van's still in the garage. We have no keys. I was hoping that the van was in the mom's name.
Yeah.
And we could just take the title over, drop it on her thing, and say, "Hey, your other daughter, they're going to impound it.
Yeah.
It's going to be $60 a day. Can you believe that? 10 days, $600 to get that fucker.
I believe it.
We're going to take it over there and say, hey, if you want it, just go get it. It's yours. Go get it. But here it was in his name. So we had to get the thing moved. Had to call 2 different tow truck companies to get it moved because one couldn't get back there. And then the other one was a lot cheaper to get it moved.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare. With no keys.
You still don't have the keys?
No, but we got the power of attorney and we have the title. So we were able to get it moved.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Don't be a douchebag family member.
No shit. Are you actively trying to get the keys back?
Well, at this point, we're probably going to store the van for a while. If he's not able...
You're still going to need the fucking keys.
Well, if he's not able to drive it ever again, we're probably just going to scrap it because it's probably in that shape. We don't know yet.
Okay. Well, keep me updated on that one. That's shitty.
Can you believe you steal... Just the fact you steal $40 from your old man.
That's fucked
in a
up,
nursing
man.
home, let alone in his own house.
Right.
But this isn't a nursing home.
That's fucked up shit right there.
I mean... All right. Next.
Well, speaking of fucked up shit, I just gotta. It's old news by this point, but fucking Antonio Brown, dude, what is this fucking guy's problem?
Oh my God, I saw this.
I'm not trying to go headlong deep in sports tonight. I'm just gonna try to keep this on like a human work perspective level. So you don't like your current employer when he was with the Steelers. He decides that The only way he's leaving is with a severance, a.k.a. a trade to another team.
Bingo.
He ends up going out to Oakland, who gives him a restructured contract, so you come to the new company, you get a raise, you get an extra week's vacation.
I'm happy.
Right, you should have everything you want. First, he doesn't make it there in time because he frostbit his feet.
They call it burnt, though.
Yeah, but, well, it's because if you go into a cryogenic chamber, like it's done for healing, but you have
It'll
to
end up being a burn, right?
Right, but you have to be like completely dry when you go in. Like you can't go in there all sweaty, or that's what it'll do. It'll fucking burn it's so cold, it'll burn your shit. So first he burns his feet. Okay, we've heard of people that have fallen off of SUVs and tripped over things in the living room. Like there's athletes have been susceptible to all kinds of dumb things. So okay, we'll chalk that up to a mistake. But then he was notified, 3 years ago, that as of this year, the helmet that he wears is no longer considered to be safe. This is part of the agreement between the players' union and the owners and the league office.
But sir, I'm special.
Right.
So you're not.
They sent him 11 helmets to try on.
That sounds like they're going out of their way to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
Retard.
Reject-
Prima donna.
Rejects all of them. Holds out longer. I honestly think he just didn't want to report to camp. I think he's a veteran that's like, meh, I don't need much camp time. Give me a week with my new quarterback.
My damn
I'll be fine.
feet hurt.
Right. So finally, the league's like, we don't care. It's not happening.
I heard he lost
if you don't want to play, you don't want to play. So he finally come back and says, well, I'm picking another helmet. I can't wait to join my teammates. But if I get hurt with this new helmet, I'm going to be suing the league. Like, dude, I wish I had your 15 million problems a year. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that we can put a person like that in this position in society.
Can I just ask the question?
It drives me nuts.
What is in the water in Pittsburgh? I don't want to blame Pittsburgh, but there's some weird shit going on or coming from that place.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Antonio Brown ain't right. Le'Veon Bell ain't right. And now you got Ezekiel Elliott going to do the same thing?
I do disagree with you on that, though.
Well,
with
that's
Le'Veon.
what.
Running backs statistically have one of the shortest shelf lives of any position in the NFL. They also handle more touches. I mean, you consider a workhorse back in the NFL is going to handle, let's say, between 300 and 400 touches. The most elite wide receivers are going to catch 125 balls.
Sure.
To where your running back's taking more of a beating, handling more of the workload. He should be paid like it. But they're considered expendable by most accounts of the league. So I don't have a problem with the fact that he held out to where he reset the market a little bit. He has driven up the price of running backs.
Did he not play
across
for
the
2
league.
years? Or was it just one
Just
year?
one. He sat out one season. He played the year before trying to make it work. And then he said no, to where his contract was, $5 million more?
I must say, the dude has balls, though. He's the only one that I've known.
He's got talent, though. One of the best 3 running backs in the entire league.
But to hold
all
out
the
like
time.
that,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well,
You don't think Zeke will do it? Sounds like he's going to do it.
I don't think it's more. I don't think
Sounds
it's
like the same old story.
again, not to get too far down the sports rabbit hole, but with Zeke Elliott holding out, it's a little bit different because the pay raise he's looking for, he's going to get this next offseason anyway. He just wants it a year early. And Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, he's not the type of guy that's going to let this infringe on his season. The Redskins suck. The Giants suck. You're not going to have very many years when 2 of the 4 teams in your division really, truly suck. He's not going to give this one up.
This still bothers me, though.
Sure.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me.
Because these games don't exist without the fans. And all Ezekiel Elliott, all Le'Veon Bell is doing, worrying about themselves,
Yeah.
is fucking the fans over.
I don't disagree with you. It's all about the fans. I agree. But as a Cowboys fan, right now, he's not going to be getting touches in the preseason anyway.
I'm not worried about the preseason. I'm saying if he holds out and doesn't play,
Yeah.
all he's doing is fucking over his fan base.
Yeah. I mean, I think Elliott's going to play. The one that's not going to play is going to be Gordon.
Now, I don't
for the
mind.
Chargers.
I don't mind if Le'Veon Bell fucks over the Steelers fan base.
Yeah.
Sorry, working stiffs.
Hey, it's nice to see a few problems over in Pittsburgh country, though. Like, let them have to work through some things.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the Penguins. And who else is good over there?
They got the Penguins and the
Oh,
Pirates.
it's just the Penguins.
Once in a while, the Pirates come through.
Well,
It's been a while.
You know, it's kind of sad because if I was going to root for any Pittsburgh team, it would be the Pirates.
Sure it would. Because they're a small market team.
Yeah.
In a land of big fishes in baseball.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe it's because I feel for them because they haven't been good since the 70s.
It's not true. Why would you even say that? Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
When were the Pirates last good?
Do you not remember the early 90s Pirates? They won 103.
No, because I was paying attention to the early 90s
They won
Indians.
103 games. 103 games they won one year and didn't make the playoffs because there was no wild card yet. 103 fucking games
So that
they
was
won.
pre-94.
They had the second best record in all of baseball. The best record in baseball after the All-Star break.
Well, God hates the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And people forget that they went to, 3 straight National League Championship Series? And they lost all 3 of them to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Danny.
Van Slyke,
I
Bonds,
know you go to
Bonilla, Drebeck. Dude, team was awesome.
I'm not saying they weren't good.
And then
You're getting all chested out because Bonds was on the
yeah, he
team.
was. Bonds was the man. So then he went to San Francisco and elevated them back up. Don't start. Don't even start the hate train. I can't handle any more of your hate tonight.
What?
Suitcase head. That's ridiculous. You know, anybody that's saying that right now, especially if you're a Browns fan, do me a favor. Pull up a fucking picture of Joe Thomas from about 18 months ago and compare it to a fucking picture of him today. If your head size theory is what makes you believe that he did steroids, Joe Thomas is fucking Lyle Alzado.
Joe Thomas was big everywhere.
Look, they ain't now.
No, because he lost all the weight.
Ah, fuck that. Bonds got huge. It wasn't just his head that got
I'm gonna
bigger.
tell you what.
Bonds was fucking stacked.
You and me both lose 40 pounds. Our faces are going to look different.
Yeah, but if you go get jacked and put on 70 pounds in weight, you're going to look different.
Yeah. Not like that, though.
Come on. Have you anybody that wants to
Your head isn't going to get bigger if you're jacked.
anybody that wants to see this comparison, look up Tony Gwynn. Look up his rookie card and then compare that to the card from his final year after 20 years in Major League
Wrong.
Baseball. His head
Wrong.
is 3 times bigger than it was
Look
as a
at
rookie.
Stanton's. His head hasn't changed. Boom. Done. Sealed. Closed.
What do you mean?
Stanton is jacked more than anybody could be jacked in this league.
But he's been jacked for years.
Right, his head isn't as big as a suitcase. It was, if you look at him in his rookie year to now, there's not much difference.
We'll have to pull it up and look at it. Just because he used to have a tiny
We
head.
will. He's not a girly man.
Now that his head's normal size, you think that it gets him off the hook.
No,
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
saying,
I can't have this conversation
yeah,
anymore.
yeah, he can't.
did-
This is the. You're right. I don't want to talk about it
No.
anymore.
Forever, I will say this. Bonds didn't fail a test. Ever. Never in the history of him being tested has he ever failed a drug test. That's all.
Well-
At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. You're innocent until proven guilty. Nobody has, despite fucking trying, nobody's ever proven him guilty of anything.
I proved him guilty.
Yeah. In the court of public,
Yum.
the court of public opinion, maybe. In the court of real life,
In court of Dort.
the court of Dort. For those of you that don't know and can't see the label accurately, that is a Great Lakes Brewing Company Dortmunder Gold.
Not a high life.
One of the best beers you can get on the planet year round.
My name is not Jake.
Adam's transitioning on his beer.
Well, I kind of fucked up on our draft day
Why?
because I didn't realize they had Dortmunder.
Oh, you would have gotten it, huh?
The funny thing was I didn't know that at BW3s in Montrose, Ohio, that they carry Miller High Life, which is the beer I just usually drink at home.
Yeah.
So I ordered a Miller Lite
Oh,
because I thought I'm like, well, I'll just have a couple Miller Lights.
that's terrible.
She brought me a High Life. I was like, hey, the world got good. And then I hear you saying, I'll have another Dortmunder. And I'm like, but it's too late. Fuck it.
Well, I'm glad to see you're enjoying one tonight. I won't be joining you in one for a little while here.
Sorry. I brought them over to share, but he don't want one, so
No,
he's being a good boy.
I'm back on the train. You know, trying to be a little less manly than I am today. What else you got for me?
All right, give me a second here.
Item.
New phone is all locked up. I haven't got it straight yet.
Oh shit.
Here we go. Okay. Businesses that are just not professional. Now, we have touched on this here and there.
What
but
do
I'm
you
just,
mean?
I'm going to give you an example, and it has to do with the towing service that we had to use.
Okay.
I called the place. They were really, really friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? They weren't. They answered
Okay.
the phone like, "Hello." They had a receptionist that was like, "Hey, may you hold, or can you hold for a second?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then the guy answered, "Or this is such and such towing service. May you hold, or can you hold?" Yes. Then all of a sudden I get, in the laziest voice, "Hello, may I help you?" I'm just like, Yeah, I've got this problem. I need this kind of service. Can you help me? Yeah, well, we're kind of tied up right now, but should be able to be there by 3:34. I'm like, all right. You think you can shoot me? I gave him my phone number and information. Think you can shoot me a call right before you're on your way?
Yeah.
Click. Hello? Hello? Guess not.
So did he show?
This is the part. It's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Still waiting by said van earlier.
Okay.
Guess I have to call him. It's 4 o'clock. It's not 3:30.
Yeah.
It's not just 4. No one's here. It's like 4:10. Hello? That's what I get. Hello? I'm like, is this like somebody's house?
Could be.
It could be. And I said, hey, I'm the guy that called about the van. You guys said you're going to come and move it. It's 4 o'clock. You guys, are we still scheduled for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just finishing up with one. He should be over here.
Yeah.
I said like 4:30ish, which is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Place is in Kenmore. It's not that far.
Okay.
About 12-minute drive. He's like, yeah, should be there like 4:30.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock, we are walking to our car to leave.
Yeah.
We're just going to say, fuck it.
Fuck it for today.
We're like, I know they're probably closed. Maybe they just aren't coming. No one's calling to say, hey, I know it's 4:30. We're on our way.
Sorry, guys.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Right. Nothing.
We're walking to the car. We walked over to the lake, which is, about 200 feet, 300 feet. We're starting to walk back to the car.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking back, here comes the tow truck.
The wrecker.
And I'm just like, thank God, because she's pissed as it is.
I'm sure.
And we wasted an hour and a half waiting for this guy.
Yeah.
3:30 we were there. Wow.
Mrs. R not having a good truck week, is she?
It's just you don't run into too many businesses like this anymore. A lot of places,
customer service is a big thing now.
a lot of places are up on it.
Sure.
But I haven't. This is like the kid without the seatbelt. I haven't run into this very often, and it's kind of blows my mind that you can run a business like this.
Right.
Now,
I
the
agree.
guy that got out, boy, we had to have some paperwork and stuff for the power of attorney. And
Sure,
Boy, he
sure.
was checking everything, and he's like, I don't know about this. Funny thing was, let me call back to the station and check on this. Oh, it's 5:05. They're not there.
Really?
He's like, so let's just do it. I'll move it. Because if we didn't have legit proof, he just can't move any vehicle.
Sure.
It's like,
It'd be a really fun game if he could.
right?
Like, go ahead and grab that and just tow that to this garage.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's
But
annoying.
as soon as he got it, we waited until it was up on.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we're good. Let's go to where we're going.
Sure.
But yeah, crazy.
Nice.
Anything else?
I have one small piece of
Me
happy
too.
news.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, those of you that live in Ohio, if you are a big supporter of the Second Amendment, which I'm guessing a lot of you, if you're listening to me right now, you probably are, amid all of the chaos that's going on with the federal government trying to basically take a look and figure out what they want to do about new gun laws because of the couple shootings that we've had over the last couple weeks, Ohio, it is looking like, is going to become the 17th state to pass what is known as constitutional carry. Have you heard of this?
I have not. Please indulge me here.
So this is the complete opposite of what people want. Under constitution,
So in other words,
I should say of what most Democrats and
So-
people that blame guns for crimes and not people for crimes hate this.
oh, so you love it?
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah. Oh, we're in the Rockies, Dumb and Dumber,
Yeah.
You've had 2 pairs of gloves this
We're-
whole time.
But we're not Appalachians.
Yo, we're not Appalachians.
Fuck!
But under constitutional carry, anybody that is 21 years of age or older, you have not been convicted of a felony at all on your record, you are allowed to legally carry a concealed firearm in the state of Ohio without taking any tests, without anything.
This is for me.
Now here's the thing about it. The Ohio Senate and the Ohio House are both controlled by, say it with me now,
I don't know.
Republicans.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And it looks like it's going to slide through. I mean, people are losing their mind. Point of fact, if you're losing your mind right now, take a deep breath, because I did. This is what I did. I was like, yeah. If you're on the other side going, no, do the same thing I did and let me know what you think. Look up the other 16 states that have constitutional carry and look where their ranks are for their major cities and for their states on total crime lists. Because anybody can be packing at any fucking time.
Now, does this mean you can like go into a Walmart?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Granny can go strapped into Walmart. The only places that you can't go, there are protected places.
Like work.
Federal buildings. Work is actually up to the employer.
Well, our work has the signs.
Right. So if our work says, no, not on our property, because it's a privatized business, you have to abide by those rules.
Sure. But you can keep it out in the car.
Right. But public spaces like that, you can't go into like federal buildings, state buildings, county buildings, places like that. Like you can't take one into court with you.
How much does a Desert Eagle cost? I'm going to go get one.
I would have to look it up. They're not cheap.
$800?
You're going to be rolling with a giant hand cannon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look out, fuckers. You want to start shooting up my neighborhood? No.
I'm excited about it. I think that it's something that's awesome. And then if you don't like that, you will at least like this.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I do this for the people out there? Why are they not, since we already do have a concealed carry program, why wouldn't they just continue that?
Because they're trying to actually get in line with what federal law is. Like that's what the entire base of this is. Basically, the people that have championed this particular bill to get it through the Ohio Congress are saying that they're removing red tape. One of the things that people don't realize this, Republicans on a whole believe in less government. We don't want more government. We don't want more restrictions put on things.
Amen.
We want less government. So this is one of the things they're doing. We're not going to require you to go take a class and pay somebody $150 to sit there for 2 days.
But the class part, some people may not know some things. They may learn in the class is what I'm getting at.
I don't know.
Certain
not
gun
really.
safety?
I've taken it. You're not going to learn. You're not going to learn much.
I mean,
but it's like anything else. I'm going to say this. It's like anything else. If you have one, you should probably learn on how to fucking use it.
But that's what I'm saying. In the class, don't you have to go fire it?
Yes, in the class as it is today. Not in the Constitution as it is today.
I'm just saying, though, I would think one should know thy weapon.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm just saying, if I went and bought one and carried it in my car, and let's just say I didn't fire it, I just wanted it for protection.
Yeah.
And I get that fucker out, and I think I know what I'm doing, and I shoot it, and it flies out of my hand. I might have wanted to shoot that a few times.
I don't know. What if you did that with a fucking electric knife and you cut somebody's finger off trying to fucking cut up the turkey?
Either way, it's not good, Jake.
I mean, but should you have to take a class to have a fucking electric knife?
You probably should.
How about a brush hog? A lawnmower with a fucking brush head on
How
it?
about a log splitter?
A log splitter. I mean, I'm asking. Things that can cause damage realistically in life. Should you have to have a fucking class and a license for every one of them that you know how to use it if you buy it?
Like a wood splitter?
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm just asking. Again, guns are an easy target because guns have been used to commit fucking crimes.
I think you should. I think you have to have a test to drive one of the most lethal items in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you think a car and a gun are the same thing?
It can be used to do the same thing. We've seen guys trying to take out whole crowds.
Right. Well, you're actually, by making your point, kind of counterpoint against what I'm saying here, you're making one of the points that I have hugely against people that are trying to put gun restrictions in. Paris, London.
They're trying to put gun restrictions in?
There's lots of people who are. Boston. I mean, they're going crazy right now trying to put more restrictions in.
This is what they don't get.
Yeah.
If there's gun restrictions, the bad guys will just run wild.
We know that. All I'm saying is you don't need a gun to create a fucking chaos and kill a bunch of people. It's been done.
They do bombs. They use cars. They do all kinds of shit.
They use box cutters.
Yeah. 911.
Yeah.
We remember.
Right. Kamikazes in World War II. I mean, not to get too crazy here, but it is what it is. Now, the fun part, if you disagree with that, you're probably at least going to agree with me on this. The state of Ohio, I believe that it's January 1st. Legal age for chewing, smoking, and vaping is 21.
Where at?
Here. OH, baby.
Ow!
Right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Great law. Good time for it. I'm excited
Perfect
for it.
time, right before we have
Yeah.
kids hitting those ages.
Yes. And don't get me wrong. I've got my can right here. But I think that taking the ability for kids to make that decision before they're old enough to, kids are still going to get a hold of cigarettes and they're going to try them.
How many times has Jake said the frontal lobe hasn't even
That's right.
formed?
Not till you're 25. It doesn't finish forming. But to me, this is a conscious decision every single day of my life. You know, I think that you should have to be a little bit older to start buying it consistently on your own. I'm in favor of this
So
law. Big
go
time.
down it one more time. We know it's alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol is still on the same list that it has
Right.
been, but anything that's nicotine related, cigarettes, vapes, chew, snuff, anything.
Now, are they grandfathering all the 18-year-olds right now?
Yes, it'll be just like it. Anybody that's 18 on the day that it changes over will be grandfathered in. So in theory,
Those fuckers.
in theory, the law doesn't actually take place
For another...
for everybody for 3 years. But if your birthday is January 2nd and you turn 18, you're shit out of fucking luck, pal.
Well, hey, you'll be healthier.
Right. So
Your buddy that turned a month earlier will have to get it for
right.
you.
So if you ask me, the state of Ohio is getting it right on both ends right now, baby. So that's what I've got. What do you got for the finish?
All right, the finish. All right. I don't know how this is possible. I don't know how it can even happen. Maybe you can shed some light. Maybe you can't.
Maybe.
All right. I've kind of told you about what we're going on with my wife's parents.
Yeah.
We've had to change their mail. Well, some of these douchebag family members have been changing it back or changing it to them. How is that possible? How can you go into a post office and pose as a male or say you're my wife, because I'm sure that's how it has to be. I'm the good daughter. I need my dad's mail to go over here. Shouldn't you have to show some ID?
Let me ask you this question, because I don't know. I've changed my own multiple times over the years. As the person changing it on behalf of somebody else, do you have to produce like a power of attorney paper to show them?
You must not.
Did you do it, or did
I
Mrs.
haven't
R?
been involved, so I'm kind of coming at you with a little bit light on facts.
Yeah.
But still, the fact of the matter was, my wife changed her mail to go to her aunt's.
Yeah.
And her dad's to come to us.
Gotcha.
All of a sudden, this guy was getting shit tons of mail. He's not getting any because it's not coming to our house.
Yeah.
So we had to go and try to fix it. It's like, how do they do that?
I don't really know, to be honest with you.
How does a post office, because it's a federal offense, mail?
Yeah, to be fucking with mail. That's no bueno.
No.
So I don't know. That's a good question.
So if anybody knows the loopholes, we need to get that shit shored up. I know it seems like it's immaterial. You're like, oh, the mail. We have email and all kinds of shit. Who needs the real mail? But when you think about it, when you get to elderly status and you have a lot of medical things coming in, we need that shit. You need that shit. Whoever's taking care of you needs that shit.
Yeah. I would just want somebody cool's email. You know what I mean? Personal mail. Just switch somebody awesome.
Well,
over to
that's
mine.
what I was saying.
Right.
Because we're thinking here, well, I'm going to go over and fuck with neighbor A and send it to neighbor D down the street. And they'll be like, I wasn't even involved because I'm not getting anyone. That would be hilarious. So is that how easy it is?
I mean, I don't know. I would probably go to the post office and check. And I'm sure that if you went down to the post office and you had a conversation with them about exactly what's going on,
right?
There's got to be something that they can suggest that you do to avoid this happening in the future.
Well, this is what I was thinking. So the sister lives in Canton.
Okay.
So can she go to the Canton post office and say,
Probably.
hey, I've moved. I need my mail that was coming to this address to come over here?
Almost guaranteed.
And they're not going to be like, oh, well, fuck yeah.
Yeah, probably not. It don't hurt you to go ask, but I'm sure that that's one of those things that
thinking
in our old ass system that it's a loophole that's just not closed right now.
I'm thinking that the only way to stop that would be to call said post office and say, hey, if this gentleman's mail gets moved again, you need to stop that because we're going to get the police involved.
Yeah.
So put your little sticky note up there that says if this address gets changed, no.
I think they should be able to flag it in the system.
Yeah, there's enough.
There's got to be.
There's enough electronics in the postal, whatever.
Yeah.
Division.
If anybody has any insight though, shoot us an email or put a comment underneath this video on YouTube. So you can hit us up on YouTube or send us an email to theharperguys@gmail.com and let us know if you guys have seen anything like this before. It would be interesting to figure out exactly what we want to do, or I should say, what you can do to avoid this from happening again.
Yeah, and if there's any other topics that we were talking about that kind of tripped your trigger, maybe the gun stuff, maybe I don't know, what else did we talk about?
I don't know, a way that I can be fucking Samuel L. Jackson for Halloween without offending a bunch of people, because I don't want to offend anybody. I mean, that's not my ultimate goal.
Right.
I just want to be able to quote Jules Winfield all fucking night. And don't get me wrong, I love John Travolta as Vince Vega, but I don't really necessarily want to be Vince Vega all night. Every time they went to the bathroom, something bad happened to him, and he got shot with his own gun because he had to go to the bathroom while he was waiting for Butch.
It was not good.
Right. Sorry to give away part of the movie for those of you who haven't seen it. Excitement. Oh, one more quick announcement.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're listening today, this weekend down in Mansfield, Ohio, is The Return to Shawshank.
Really?
Yes. So they have a ton of people from the movie that are going to be there. Friday night, they're actually doing a showing at a Mansfield theater down there where the director will be on hand to answer questions and to talk about it ahead of time. A lot of the actors that are going to be in it, that were in it, are going to be on hand. For those of you that have seen it, the warden is going to be there. The guy that played the guard Hadley is going to be there.
Really?
Yeah, a whole bunch of and if you could go through them, the guy that played Fat Ass is going to be there.
I don't remember that guy.
Yeah, the fresh fish, the big guy that ended up getting killed.
But Freeman's not going to be there, is he?
Well, here's the thing. The only two people that haven't
Andy
said that they're
Dufresne.
coming are Andy and Red, right? So, but there's signs all over the place down there that say Return to Shawshank, and you know what the signs are?
What?
It's Andy and Red with their backs to you looking at the front of the prison. So there's all kinds of wild speculation that for one of the 4 major events that's going on between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that they're going to make an appearance at some point in time.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, classic movie. We've even had it on the show as maybe one of the best movies of all time.
It's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, well, we know that. Everybody knows that, Jake.
I'm just saying. But I did look at tickets to go down.
Yeah.
To go to the movie, resale tickets, they were originally $25. Resale tickets are $250. To go to the autograph session with the cast, it's like $400 resale. To go to the cocktail hour with the cast, it's like $600 fucking resale. So, won't be making the trip down there. I'm hoping to see some cool pictures online. I really hope that they make it down there. If you ever get a chance, go visit Mansfield Prison. That's what I got.
All right. Sorry, I was messing with my phone a lot tonight, guys. Won't happen next time.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Pip, pip.
Cheerio.
Ow. Motherfucker.
I felt his hand pop there.